നമസ്തേ. ജനം ടിവിയുടെ പ്രത്യേക പരിപാടിയിലേക്ക് ഏവർക്കും സ്വാഗതം. ജീവകാരുണ്യ പ്രവർത്തക, എഴുത്തുകാരി, സാമൂഹ്യ പ്രവർത്തക, അധ്യാപിക തുടങ്ങി നിരവധി മേഖലകളിൽ പ്രശസ്തയും ഇൻഫോസിസ് ഫൗണ്ടേഷൻ ചെയർപേഴ്സണുമായ പത്മശ്രീ സുധാമൂർത്തിയുമായുള്ള പ്രത്യേക അഭിമുഖമാണ് ഇന്ന് ഇപ്പോൾ. An engineer, an academician, a philanthropist, an eminent author, a resilient social worker, a determined doer, a powerhouse of talent, a woman of extraordinary values. Padmasri Mrs. Sudhamurty is our special guest on this auspicious day, Gandhi Jayanti Day. Namaste, madam, and welcome to the show.
Namaste to all the listeners from Kerala. I'm very happy to be here to talk to you, Leo.
Ma'am, we are doing this program as a tribute to Gandhiji. Your way of working is not only serving the nation but also serving humanity, rigorously following Indian culture, values and ethos. How Gandhiji's life and teachings influence you, ma'am?
Well, my grandfather was born the same year as Gandhiji. So I had the fortune of seeing someone like a Gandhian in my own family. I always believe money, what you get, is part of it is useful to you, but majority of the money should go back to the society because our country needs lot of help, particularly people who do not have. And you can live in a very simple way because to be happy, you don't require to be, you don't require so much money. You require some portion of money, but to be simple is the key of success or the key of happiness. I believe in that. And that's what Gandhiji told.
That's great. That's great. Really great. A self-reliant India, that is self-reliant 750,000 villages was the dream of Gandhiji. Now Prime Minister Narayana Murthy is moving towards that dream with Atmanirbhar Bharat. How do you see this?
Yes, I always tell that the index of happiness or the progress in India is not only in the city. Until our children in the society, in the villages get 3 meals a day, 3 sets of clothes, and study up to 12th class at least, and learn one life surviving skill, like a vocational skill, and good language of communication, our country will not progress because our majority of our people are staying in village. Unless we improve them, unless we work with them, unless we guide them, we cannot move forward. I do agree Atmanirbhar Bharat is the right way because there is a saying in Hindi, Apna Hath Jagannath. That means you want to see the Lord, work with your own hand. That means depend on you. There is a shloka also in Bhagavad Gita, who is your best friend and who is your worst enemy. And Krishna says, your best friend is you yourself. Your worst enemy is also you yourself because you will destroy yourself. Atmaihi atmano bandhur, atmaihi ripo atmanaha. That means please be dependent on yourself. That means you should be autonomous. You should not depend on anybody else. And I believe in it.
So that is a noble cause also. How far are we from that goal?
See, any social change, it is not easy in a day like a computer change. Computer can change in 1 minute, 1 hour, 10 hours. Any social change with the history background like ours for 2,000, 3,000, 5,000 years, it takes time, but still we are on the progress because I'll give one example. When COVID started, at that time, we did not have the PPE kit. And, we used to get kit from somewhere else and it was costed 1,500 years, 1,500 rupees. So we developed tailor. We developed a tailor and the tailor stitched for us and it worked out 800 rupees. Now they are available 250 to 500 rupees range. Because we are dependent on ourselves, we could produce more. I'm sure we are one of the best exporters of the PPE kit today. We have to put our mind and soul in our work. Then only you can do very well. This is the best example. Whatever we take, we should take it seriously and work towards that. We can do very well in life.
Okay, in a way, we can say that we have to see these hindrances or problems as challenges, and we can make out of it in several ways, right?
Yeah, because anything you start, there is always a problem. Tell me, if there is no problem, there is a solution. No. Whenever you start anything, there is always a problem. Problem of finance, problem of people, problem of difficulties, transportation, customers. But you have to cross one by one and overcome. And that also teaches you in life, you should, when any difficulties come, how to cross that one, how to cross the bridge. All these difficulties actually make you a better person. For example, if there's a stone, a slab, and you want to make a statue out of it, you just cannot make it with hand. You have to take chisel and chisel it. And that is what called chiseling is known as difficulties. To get a beautiful statue, you have to chisel a lot. Similarly, in the real life, if you want to do very well, many difficulties will come, and you should learn how to cross the difficulties. You should not think that, oh, my life will be without difficulties. That is as good as telling the color of the sky is not blue. Please remember, difficulties are there in every family, every society, every country, and individual also. We have to learn how to cross that one. And that is a real learning than many other learnings in life.
Yes, yes. Our youth needs to think into it. Now, startups are getting great support and guidance from the government. Mr. Narayana Murthy put a lot of efforts and took a lot of pain in starting Infosys. Now, it is one of the largest IT firms in the nation and world. You have watched close from the beginning itself. Can you share the experience of that time? It will ignite young minds.
It was almost 40 years back, It is almost 40 years back. And there were no angel investors in those days. And it was not easy like this. But, we had a very good group of people, Two of them are from Kerala, like our Shibulal and Chris Gopalakrishnan are from Kerala. Raghavan was from Tamil Nadu. Narayana Murthy and Dinesh were from Karnataka. So, Nandan was also from Karnataka. So there are Ashoka was from Mumbai. So where different types of people were there, different regions were there. But all of them worked together to make it. And whenever you start anything, any startup, if you keep money as the ultimate aim, then you will not be successful. You should aim for the better product or better service, then money will come behind you. So Mr. Murthy and his group, they worked towards the excellence, and excellence brought money and fame together.
That's great. That's a great message. Try for excellence, everything will follow you, right?
That is true. That is true. And have patience in life. Today, everybody wants instantaneous everything, Oh, I start the company, next year I should become a millionaire. After 5 years, I should become a billionaire. Then I should buy a big bungalow. One after another, we chase their dreams. But, when we start, we should have patience. And then should think of excellence.
Yes. Ma'am, you have a unique experience while doing engineering. You were the only female student in the whole college. And also broke hindrances in front of lady engineers in employment also. I meant the letter you wrote to Tata chairman. Our sisters and moms would like to hear those experiences from you.
It is there actually a lot on internet. However, I will tell you, I was young and energetic. I was almost 23 years old, and I got scholarship to go abroad. So one day I saw on a notice board that in the Indian Institute of Science, Bangalore, young energetic engineers are required for Tata company, Telco, to work in Pune. And their salary was very nice salary they wrote. But at the bottom they wrote, lady students need not apply. And I got so upset. I went to my hostel room and I wrote a letter, a postcard to JRD Tata saying that, look, you Tatas are always ahead of time because they started steam, Tisco, that is the iron industry, salt industry, every industry you look at it, they started much earlier than everybody else, including a textile. I said, such Tatas, if they say women need not apply, that means 50% of our population will not work. A society where women will not work and only men have chance to work is an imbalanced society. If you want your society should grow Well, you have to have everybody's participation. And I wrote to Tata without him knowing his address. I wrote a postcard, Mr. J.R.D. Tata, Telco, Bombay. That's all I wrote. Actually, the address was wrong. The real address was Mr. S. Mulgaonkar, who was the chairman of Telco. S. Mulgaonkar, chairman, Telco, 24 Homi Modi Street, Nanavati Mahalaya, Fort Bombay 1. This is the correct address. But I did not know. And because he was a JRD Tata, it went to him. Then they called me for an interview. And then I explained to them why women should not work if they are well qualified. And they told me their difficulties. There are no women on the shop floor. How will you work? And men are not used to having women on the machinery shop. I always told them, please remember, in 629 AD, Huinat Sangh started by walk from Xi'an to Kannauj. Everyone told him, it's a long way, don't go. It's very difficult to go. But he told, for a great journey, there's always one step to start. So I will start one step today, and I'm sure I'll be able to reach India. Similarly, I said, you have to give an opportunity for women. And in course of time, there'll be a lot more women working in every field. Actually, the greatness is not me writing. The greatness is Mr. J.R.D. Tata reading that letter and calling me for an interview. And I think they gave me the job. And today when I go back and see shop floor, there are at least 5 to 10% girls are there. And in engineering college, I can see 50% girls are there. So in some area, boys are less and girls are more. And I always tell girls, they are in minority, please be nice to them.
That's great. And
it is Kerala. In Kerala, I am sure you have so many educated women, equality, and you are far ahead of other states when it comes to women's rights and women's employment.
yes, great. Yeah, that's really true. That's really true. But we need to go much faster forward in that case. And I remember it was in 1958 that you joined the engineering college.
1968.
1968, yeah. And did your father put forward any conditions for joining the college at that time?
No, actually, my father was a doctor. And he said, in our entire family, nobody has done engineering. You are doing, we really do not know. Suppose you join medical and if you have any difficulties, I would have helped. In engineering, if you have any problem, we can't help. But he said, if you are bent upon doing that, then I will support. But our college put conditions saying that you should not talk to boys, sorry, then you should not visit canteen because there are no girls and there was no ladies' toilet. They put conditions.
Okay, okay. But I think that might have ignited your thoughts of building toilets across the state and nation, the importance of building toilets in schools and colleges.
Yeah, because there were so many difficulties when I joined engineering college. There are no other girl with me. Then there are no toilets. Nobody would talk to me because all boys felt there is a new animal in the zoo. Okay, they did not know how to react with me. And after 4 years, while working, studying, they became my good friends. But the timing of the college between 7 to 11 and 2 to 5. So I had to adjust to go home and use toilet and come back. That made me aware that when toilets are not there, how difficult it is for women. And I remember when I met Mr. Atul Bihari Vajpayee, when he was the Prime Minister, I said, sir, I have a small request. He said, what is that? He was surprised. Normally, I don't ask any request because I don't have anything. He said, what is that? I said, sir, now we are doing, expanding the road and you are giving permission to the petrol bunk, golden quadrilateral roads, you are doing that project. Why can't you put a condition? Every petrol bunk must have a ladies' toilet. And he smiled and he said, you are only asking for the ladies' toilet. Why not gents? I said, sir, men can use the whole world. Women cannot. That's the reason. He laughed. He laughed. And whenever I see a ladies' toilet in a petrol bunk, I always think of him.
Yes, that was a great move. That was a great move. Indeed.
Yes.
And ma'am, women empowerment has got a momentum now. You
Yes.
can easily guide in this matter as you have broke the convention during education and becoming the first female engineer of telco. Now you are traveling several places for Seva activities. What are the steps that need to be taken to strengthen the women of India?
See, what has happened, uh, people with education normally change. Okay. People without education are always biased. Their opportunities are less. I find in India we have to make education, particularly women, children, girl children education is very, very strict and compulsory because education is the key for success. Nothing else. If I would not have been an engineer, if I would not have been with Tata, today I would not have been in front of you because education gave me a strength, a kind of strength and a boldness or Atma Vishwasa which came through education, and that's the reason I feel you want to, if you want to change your destiny, please educate well. Only education will not help. Good communication language. Whatever is in your mind, you have to communicate to others in a very nice way. Then you have to learn working in a team. That is equally important. Individually, you may be very good, but I will not work with, three people. No, you have to always work in group and become a leader or become a colleague. Then never use a card. I'm a female, I can't do. In exceptional area, you have to use. For example, you are traveling in the night at 2 a.m. or you're coming from the airport at 2 a.m. It is better to use the card, I'm a female, I cannot go, somebody should drop. But when it comes to work, you cannot use that. You have to justify your salary. And most important thing for a woman is confidence within her. Confidence comes if you know your limitations and if you improve over your limitation than boasting about what you have done. And this confidence makes you actually bold. And that's the reason our ancestors have told that it is not the ornament, it is not the flowers, it is not the dress, it is not the money what you have that makes you confidence. It is what you have within you that makes you confident. And that's what I want to tell next generation. Be confident. Don't waste your time so much on dress and spending on that and troubling your parents. I want this. It's increasing your need. Instead, increase your strength. Good communication, good learning, to be a good human being, helping others and leading a simple and confident life. That helps you lot more than other things.
Yes, really, that's really a great message because after getting a job, usually most of the people stop learning. They keep on working, keep on working. Their knowledge will be the same, and nobody is going to change that. But now you are given a great message.
The day you stop learning, you will become old. The day you feel there is no curiosity, then you become old. To be young, it is not the makeup, it is the curiosity. To be youthful, it is not the age, it is the learning.
Yes, really. Ma'am, you are a champion in Seva, that is philanthropy. How you started serving the society?
Yeah, yes. There is a small incident on that. In the year 1996, 95, 96, I was 45 years old, and my daughter Akshata, she used to read for a blind boy by the name Anand Sharma. He got admission in St. Stephen's College, and she asked me to sponsor.
Okay.
I told her that you can sponsor, or she said I don't have money because I never used to give money to my children. Children as a pocket money and all I never gave. Then she was so upset with me. She said, you don't give me money and you said you sponsor. So, Amma, you are 40, 45 years old. You have well traveled, you are well read. And if you don't do social work, then you don't have any say in saying somebody should do social work. What is your aim in life? At this age, she asked me. Then I thought about it, what she told. So I really understood that first 25 years of my life, I worked for myself to do well in engineering, to get rank, etc. Next 25 years, I worked for 20 years, I worked for Infosys. Now I was 45. I said, what is my aim in life? Then I thought for a week. Then I started Infosys Foundation. So Akshata is my guru. I was sleeping and she woke me up.
That is great. And I have heard that your first mission was to help Devadasis.
Yeah,
It was your
that
father
is
who
true.
helped in this matter.
Yeah. Actually, when I started, I said, okay, let me work for Devdasis because I knew their life was very hard. So I decided to go and help them. Yeah, and then at that time I was young, so I used to wear a jeans and a t-shirt. So I went to them and pen with a pen and paper, and I told them I want to help you people. And they were so upset with me, they threw chappals at me. Then after 3 weeks, I went again. This time they threw tomatoes at me. Then I felt very sorry and I came back and I started crying. I told my father, I can sit at home and do everything, but why should I work all these things? My dad told me, look at you. You have to identify with those poor people so that they will feel familiar with you. So you change your dress code. I will come with you. Then let us talk together. So I wore a sari, tied my hair, then wore a Mangal Sutra. Otherwise, normally I used to wear it, I had a bobbed hair and pant and or a t-shirt, that kind I used to wear, or salwar kameez or something. So then I went with my father talked to them, then I talked to them. Then over a period of time, I became friendly and I helped them next 20 years and brought them to 3,000 of them to normal life. My dad used to tell me, if you can change 10 people in your lifetime, I feel I'm very proud. I gave birth to a daughter who could change 10 such lives. I wrote a chapter on that saying that 3,000 stitches, and it's a true story.
Oh, great, great indeed. Uh, Infosys Foundation started with 30 lakhs in 1996. And
Yeah,
now the
today we
annual
get
budget
almost
is
400 crores.
yes, yes, 400 crores. Lot of completed projects.
Yeah.
How do you see the journey?
In a nutshell, if I want to put, when I started Infosys Foundation journey, I was a mother and foundation was a baby. After next year, we'll complete 25 years. In 25 years, foundation has become mother and I have become a baby. It has touched millions of people, brought so much changes in our Indian society, particularly poor people, and helped in national disasters and pandemic. I'm ever grateful to Infosys Foundation because it showed me what true India is.
Okay, okay. Uh, Changing other people's lives gives you much more happiness and
Yes,
meaning to life also.
yes. Actually, any amount of money will not bring happiness because there is always a kind of a satisfaction is there. How much you can eat, how much you can wear, how much gold you can have, gold ornaments you can have. But the happiness what you get when you help others is really, really great.
Yes, that's true, really. Now, lots of people, organizations, governments, representatives are approaching you with different Seva projects and cases. What are the factors that you consider before starting a project?
Of course, when there is a lot of money, it's like a honey pot and everybody wants to come and apply or take it or ask for it. We always would like to help with the following general strategies. Normally no political party, okay? No place of worship. No, we don't do that. We don't get into any controversy. See, if the project is genuine and there is an exit policy, like 3 years, 5 years, etc. And by doing this work, many people are benefited, then only we'll take it up. For example, drinking water. It can change lots of people's life. Okay. And all pandemic, this particular pandemic, okay, whatever we have done, it will help many people. So, Bahujana Sukhaya, Bahujana Hitaya is our motto.
Yes, that's great. That's great. Can you point out any single project as your favorite, or few projects as your favorite one?
Many are there, but I will name a few. My sister is a doctor, and one day she took me to a hospital and showed me. When poor people come to, Kidwai Cancer Hospital in Bangalore, the patients are admitted. The relatives sleep on the footpath. When the patient is discharged and they say come after a month or come after a week or 10 days, where they have to go? They don't have money to check in the lodge. So they have lots of difficulties. And my sister told me, if you really want to help people, help these people. So we built a dharmashala or guest house for poor people and their attendants. Okay. So we have built in Kidwai Cancer, Nimans, then we were doing it in Bombay Tata Cancer Hospital, Jajjar Cancer Hospital, AIMS what is this? In near Delhi. Then we have built in Hubli, in many places. We have Pune. We have built many such dharmashalas so that poor people will get benefit. Then we also did drinking water project along with sanitary napkin in Jaipur. It has changed so many women's life. We have also contributed to the midday meal, okay, in so many other states. We are working in northeast states, particularly near border Alo, such areas where children require a school, and Ramakrishna Mission has a school, so we support that. We have built roads, okay, water ponds, okay. Name a thing which we have not done.
Yes, great. And now during the COVID-19 period, how you go forward with your projects?
First, in COVID-19, we started doing giving the dry ration to construction workers or stranded workers. We made a kit, essential nutritious kit for 21 days dry ration for 1 lakh people, okay, and distributed it. Then we purchased ventilators to equip all the hospitals during the lockdown, so that once it is open, then people can use that. We well-equipped hospital in Bangalore, 250 bed, including oxygen, van, everything. Then we distributed more than 2 lakhs PPE kit.
Okay,
24 lakhs we gave masks.
Wonderful.
Then millions of liters of sanitization liquid. Okay. Then we also used our vans to admit them in the hospital. So it is a continuous work we are doing and giving particularly these poor people who have lost the labor some money to them so that at least they can survive in pandemic.
Yes.
So we have done a lot. We have spent almost 150 crores.
Great. It's much important. How you make your team of volunteers, or how can one be a part of Infosys Foundation?
Actually, our foundation is extremely lean. We have 7-8 people. That's all. When we work, at least my core team works all the days. But there are always people who they would like to come and help. Like for Infosys employees, they love to come and help.
Okay.
For example, when in last year, and in Kerala also you had floods. So there are about 100 people from our company came. and we did survival kits, and we transferred that to Kerala, particularly with the help of the Air Force. So we have done a lot with our own employees who come as a volunteer on a weekend.
Okay. Can you point out some of the projects you are doing in Kerala? There are a lot of projects in our state also.
Yeah, I think you have the list of what we have done in Kerala. Offhand, I won't remember, but we built a bridge in your government medical college in Trivandrum. We kept a chair there. There's a microscopic operation, microscopic scope we gave. With the Ramakrishna Ashrama, we did MRI machine and education. We have done a lot on education. In the Kerala floods time, we worked with the Seva Bharati, very closely with Seva Bharati. We have done a lot of work.
Yes, great. Earlier you have mentioned about IT professionals, those who are working with Infosys. In earlier days, they were concentrated only into their work, no time for the society. But now it has changed. What are you doing to cultivate that value into their minds? Are you doing anything special for that, or they are automatically attracted towards that?
When they are young, it may not be. But when they see you people working, they will. See, normally I address our employees. I tell them, listen, I don't want every day you should come. But once in a month, at least 2 days, you don't have to come to me. You have to work somewhere and help people and see the happiness what you get. And whatever salary you get, 1% of that salary, you remove it and please help your own maid servant. And you see the happiness. And our youngsters are very, very smart.
Yes.
They have come out with the new schemes. They say, ma'am, I'm getting married. I'm saving 20,000 in something. So take it for foundation. My wife wants a new refrigerator. This is the refrigerator. You take the keys. My wife wants a new model car. So old car they will sell and give it to me. So actually that money is not a problem with our employees. You have to guide them.
Yes.
They have tremendous energy, but you have to guide them.
Yes, that's true. That's true. And when we talk about parenting, it is one of the most important responsibilities in this fast-paced world, how we should bring up our children upholding the values and culture.
First of all, you should have that.
Yes.
You can't lecture to your children, you should be like this, like this. And you are not like that, because children absorb from parents. And parents have to behave very responsible way. See, in my work, whenever possible, I used to take my children and show. Look, there are many people who are as bright as you are, but they don't have an opportunity to work. Or they don't have an opportunity to study. So I made them socially sensitive. And I think that is the duty of parents, particularly mother, a lot more than anyone else. Make them to be aware of the social differences, and it's a duty to help them.
Yes, really, really.
And you can show them, I used to tell stories to my children. How many kingdoms have been built? They have gone to dust. How many rich people were there before us? They are not there today. Nobody remembers. How many awards one gets it? You will not be able to tell. Tell me how many total Bharat Ratnas are there? Nobody will tell you immediately. They'll say one Abdul Kalam, Subbalakshmi, all the, a few you may remember, but not all. So nothing remains in life forever. Helping other, that gives you tremendous happiness. It remains with you.
Yes,
and
really.
That's what I realized, and I taught my children.
Yes, really. That we have read and seen in some of the videos or your interviews, the way you ignited your son's social responsibility. It was very wonderful. When he was a student, I mean the birthday celebration incident, and later
Yes.
he himself gave his scholarship amount to you for serving the society.
Yes, he told me. Every mother, he wrote to me. He was 21, I think. No, he was 18. He wrote, he was in Cornell University. Every mother works for her own children. My mother works for her children as well as others' children.
Yes. I think, do you have that email still?
No, it's in 2001, no.
Yes, but it was wonderful. For a mother, it's a proud moment, no doubt about that.
Yeah.
And when he gave his scholarship amount to you, to give it or use it for the family of the soldiers who
Yes.
were...
In the 2001, there was an attack on the parliament. 13 people died. And he told me, I will give money, Amma. You should help their families so that, they gave their life so that we can live in a democratic India.
Yes. You are a champion philanthropist, motivator, social worker, author, teacher. Is there any time when you were down? How do you motivate yourself,
Many times.
if any?
I'm a human. Many times I will be down.
How you
So
motivate
whenever
yourself?
I'm down, I always think like this. Look at the positive side. Look at that. I can always say, I wish I could have done, but I have not done. What I have done, I will see. Then I say, so what? There should be, if there is a setback, but there is always a good day ahead. So what? You have lost the battle, but you will win the war.
Yes.
Repeated success makes a person arrogant.
Yes.
Repeated failures makes a person diffident. A good amount of success and a share of failures makes you mature.
Yes.
Failures are essential in life. That shows you have a limitation in life. Accept the reality.
Yes. I think now everybody wants instant results. So our youth should always keep these words in mind, right?
Yes. See, even a child comes after 9 months, 9 days. So please have patience. So what if you have a dull day today, you have a bright day tomorrow?
Yes. Really, really. As an eminent author, you have written travelogues, novels, technical books, educative books, etc. How do you find your interest in writing?
From the beginning, even in the school, I used to write. And I used to write fairly well. Because I come from a teacher's family. My grandfather was a school teacher. My dad was a professor and a doctor. My brother is a professor. My sister is a professor and a doctor. My mother was a school teacher. So I come from a background with a lot more books than any luxuries. So that helped me to habit of reading and writing. I wrote a lot more with Infosys Foundation because I could see so much about poor people. I have so much experiences around me. And then I said, let me pen it down. So that is the way I started writing.
Yes. And till the age of 50, you wrote in Kannada. After that, started writing English.
See, I'm from Kannada medium, 10th class, SSLC we call. So my medium of instruction in physics, chemistry, biology, mathematics, everything was in Kannada. After the age of 16, I go to college and there the instruction is English. Okay.
Yes.
So I was more even now I'm more comfortable in Kannada. So I used to write in Kannada.
Okay.
But Indian Express senior editor, TJ George told me, Sudha, you are a storyteller. For you, language is the stories are more important. You write in English. I was very hesitant. Actually, he is the one who gave me the break to write in English. And I wrote in English. I said, George, just see whether it works or not. And he started publishing it in Indian Express. And then I got courage. Then I started writing.
Okay, great. And what is your message to young writers? Few of our viewers, after seeing the promo of this program last day, called me up and requested me to ask this question.
I will tell you, if you want to be a good writer, first you have to be extremely sensitive to see outside what is happening. People who are not sensitive, it's hard for them to write. Second, to write well, you should read well. There are many, that means when you read a lot, you understand how a conversation is made, how an emotion is expressed. Okay, in a limited words, how you can express your different ideas, all those. Then when you write, don't dream immediately, next day I'll get a Nobel Prize. Write because you enjoy it.
Yes.
Okay. and write it and keep it for some time. Then you reread it again. Then you feel, I wish I could have written like this.
Okay.
Okay. Initially, I did all those things. Now, with so many years writing, now I write at a stretch. And be honest when you write. Be honest. Whatever you write, be honest. If it requires a research, do the research. It requires a lot more reading, you do that one. For example, I wrote a book. I wrote a book called The Magic of the Lost Temple. Okay, it is a children novel, actually novel. So it is about a well, a step well in a village. I took 3 years to do the research. I went to Gujarat, then I went to Rajasthan. There a lot of step wells are there, and learned a lot about step wells. Then I came and wrote. Then it becomes so authentic.
Yes.
If you want to write good thing, your imagination should be good, and your experience should be good, and you should be well versed the research. Then your reader will appreciate that.
Great. Really. That's true. And a serial was produced on one of your novels, Dollar Bahu.
Oh, long back.
And also, I've read that you are a movie buff and acted in a movie also.
No, really. People think that I've acted in a movie. No. It is actually, my novel has become a movie in Marathi.
Okay.
Pitruna. Pitruna. I have acted in 1 or 2 serials, TV serials, but acting is very hard for me. I acted as a judge with no expression.
And it's really great that you are doing a lot of things to revive traditional art forms and artists. Can you share your views on
Yes.
that?
Yeah. India is not a one country. It is a continent. Every state has its own culture, art, language, and food. If you travel 150 kilometers in India, your food habits, your culture to some extent changes. And every state is abundantly rich with culture and folklores, folk music, embroidery, and many more artistic things. Over a period of time, people are leaving that because life is becoming difficult. So they take up a job. And which was once upon a time a hereditary art cultures are disappearing. For example, in Kerala, you have that Kannadi, no?
Yes.
Very beautiful Kannadi. Only 2 families produce that.
Yeah.
So if you help them, hundreds of years or thousands of years, culture can be saved. And you should buy such things and present in weddings such things. So I believe in that. We have done a lot of work on that.
Yes, really, really. And during these COVID days, we have reported a lot of stories on these artists who are associated with temples and all. Their lives have become so much miserable. They don't have even money to eat meals, and some have come forward to help them to face the situation.
So I feel it is not individual. For example, if all of them can come through a properly recognized institution, then it is possible to help. Otherwise, people don't mind to give money, but they don't know where it goes. Suppose such set of people will come and approach a recognized institute like Ramakrishna Ashram or Saiva Bharati, then there are always people who would like to help you. All the viewers, I would request, if you come through a proper organization, which has a very good reputation, then whatever little way we can help, we will do that.
Yes, great. How do you see the importance of Indian culture, values and traditions in the present situation, in the present century?
See, what has happened, we have this soft skill from other countries, which says you wear a Western dress, then you are smart, wear a sari, you are not. So this has influenced a lot more in the next generation. And to keep our tradition, if the women, particularly mothers, should struggle a lot more. And we should be proud about our culture. When you are proud about your language, then you talk. When you are proud about your culture, you practice. So to be proud about your culture, you should read your own history for some time. So I request all women, particularly young mothers, read your own state history. Okay. Read and understand the culture from your mother, and please pass it on to your children. You are a conductor of the culture. And if you stop it, you are responsible that your children will not learn anything of your tradition.
Yes, really. And
Krishna is a son of Devaki.
yes,
Krishna is also a son of Yashoda. Similarly, you can learn Western culture, Western good things, but keeping Indian tradition.
yes. And we have 5 more minutes. And I would like to know the help your family is giving you, the understanding they are giving you. Because it needs a lot of understanding, because an understanding husband, caring children, parents, those all factors have helped you a lot. Can you explain those things, how it has
Yes.
helped you?
Behind every successful woman, there is an understanding man. Okay. When I was working, my both parents were alive. They told me, look, you are young, you can go out and work with the poor people, travel, everything you can do, Devdasis, etc. We can't travel. We look after the house, you go ahead. My both children say, Amma, it is important, we know your passion. We appreciate that. Than putting our demands. You know, I have not gone to London for the last 1.5 years because our projects were so important here. And then came COVID, I had to work for COVID. I always say my country needs me.
Yes.
I don't want to go anywhere.
Yes, I have heard that you travel almost 20 days in a month to
Yes,
different villages.
my work, because of COVID, I stopped. Otherwise, I travel a lot of places where normally people don't travel. Like all Northeast, I have traveled. Almost whole India, I have traveled.
Yes, how you manage to keep the family intact?
No, my both children are away, and my husband understands. He also travels,
Yeah.
and you know, it is the passion which drives me. If you want to excel anything in life, it is not the money, it is not the intelligence, it is the passion.
Yes.
And continuously behind the project, persistence.
Yes. Yes. Really.
And the family support.
Yes. Really. Another thing, Narendra Modi ji's dream is to develop India as a Vishwa Guru. Recently, he has told that. What should be the role of Indian women, including you, in realizing that?
I'm a small person, you know. But women hold an important position in the family. And what a woman talks, the child talks. That's what it is called mother tongue. That's not father tongue. Mother plays a key role in one's life. So if the mother is strong, mother has good value system, mother is the one who has good cultural heritage, the children will learn. I just want to tell very nice things about the Kerala TV, that your programs are very good, your movies are very good. I normally see your movies with translation at the bottom. And my daughter-in-law is from Kerala.
Okay, okay, great.
Okay. She brings the Kerala traditional food. She cooks very clean like you people, very affectionate. And my secretary Leena is also from Kerala.
Oh, great, great. I think you like Kerala very much.
I think so, because you people are extremely clean, very professional, and no nonsense people.
Any advice for Kerala?
Kerala. This is my personal thing.
Okay.
Don't worry about your rights. Worry about your duties.
Yes.
Worry about your future. Worry about your brand name. Like, you know, after seeing Leena, I always say, I want a Kerala PA. Because I can wake her up at 12 o'clock in the night. So she has showed so much of love for work. And that is more important than, oh, this is my right. You can go anywhere if you understand your quality of work takes you up, then you are right.
Yes, really. That's a really great message, because we all should keep those things in mind. Each and every word you have, each and every message you have passed, it is valuable, and we will always keep it in mind. And it was really great talking to you, ma'am. And thank you very much for being with us. This 1 hour was priceless.
Thank you very much. I enjoyed, and my books are also available in Malayalam. So once in a while I come to Kerala, DC Ravi. Okay. So that way I'm connected to Kerala through my books.
Yes, that's really nice. Please, you're always welcome to our studio also when you come to Kerala
Next time. I will do that.
Thank you very much, ma'am. Thank
Again,
you very
one more namaskara to all the viewers from Sudhamurty, Chairperson Infosys Foundation.
Thanks a lot for
Thank you, Leo.
Sudhamurty, Padmasri Sudhamurty, Infosys Foundation Chairperson, ജീവകാരുണ്യ പ്രവർത്തക, സാമൂഹ്യ പ്രവർത്തക, എഴുത്തുകാരി, അധ്യാപിക, അക്കാഡമീഷ്യൻ തുടങ്ങി നിരവധി മേഖലകളിൽ വലിയ സംഭാവനകൾ നൽകി മുന്നോട്ട് പോകുന്ന പത്മശ്രീ സുധാമൂർത്തിയുമായുള്ള അഭിമുഖമാണ് ഇത്രയും സമയം നിങ്ങൾ കണ്ടുകൊണ്ടിരുന്നത്. എല്ലാവർക്കും നന്ദി, നമസ്കാരം.